experience last year playing a lot of games with RSL, a lot of games with Monarchs. What were some of your biggest lessons that you learned in 2024?
Just to, I think, stay patient, wait for your opportunity, and when you get it, try to grab it. You know,
Sorry, go ahead.
Just showing the coaches or giving them reason to select you again, right? I think that's just what I learned. And like I said, be patient, and eventually the opportunities will come.
What are some of those things that you feel like about your game or expectations from coaches are things that would give them a reason to play you?
I think I fit very well into into what we're trying to do on both sides of the ball. I think on the defensive side of the ball, I think I cover a lot of ground. And I mean, we're a team that always tries to dictate the game defensively too, and I think I fit in very well. I think on the ball as well, I think I fit in very well in what we're trying to do, playing out of the back, having a lot of the ball. And I think just in general, I think I'm pretty good at helping the team control the game. So yeah, I think that's what I can bring to midfield.
And then how have the first few days of preseason been? How do you feel like you've been able to maybe work on some of those things, or how's the on-field stuff going?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously fun to be back. A lot of new faces. Yeah, it's been good. I mean, it's only the first week, right? Just trying to get back into it. Like I said, get to know the new players, help them get into our ease into our game model. Just trying to help them and work on my game as well. Try to be even better in what I did last year, and give the coaches reason to select me.
Obviously, you mentioned your goal always to break into the first team. You did that a couple of times, and in training even more. But did you pick up anything from your time with the Monarchs, just in terms of like kind of stepping into sort of a leadership role for a lot of really young players and guys who hadn't been around, where you had MLS experience, even I think some USL experience from Portland, or they might have been ex-pro by then, I can't remember.
Yeah,
either way,
like
you've sort of been around the league.
Yeah.
Were you able to kind of fill
Yeah,
a
of
leadership
course.
role there?
Of course, like you said, I was one of the older guys on the team, and you have to, lead the. When I was with the Monarchs, it was sometimes very young team, young players, and I mean, I think you're spot on. Just I was trying to embrace that, lead, use my voice a lot, especially in the middle of the field. It's, I think, easier for me to use my voice than for other players because I see more.
Right.
So yeah, I think you're spot on there.
Yeah, you got here and you were, I'll be a little bit frank, you were kind of a quiet guy. Just when you got here because of where you were and everything like that. So that sort of taught you to be a little bit more vocal as a leader, I guess. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I think so too. I think so, and Pablo, on top of that, also has been encouraged, everybody, but especially, us sixes in the midfield to use our voice, because, like I said, we see things a lot different because we're in the middle, we're behind the first line of pressure, so, it's easier for us to dictate what's around us.
Sure, for sure. With speaking of breaking into the first team, there are going to be a lot of opportunities for minutes this year with an expanded schedule, I guess, adding CONCACAF play to Leagues Cup and Open Cup and all of that stuff. Are you excited for that possibility?
Yeah, of course. Like I said, I think at the end of the year meetings last year, that I'm just trying to get as many minutes as possible, get as many games as possible, and obviously it's, I think, exciting for the club, for me, to play in a Champions League, to be in a competition where the best teams of the continent play in. So I think it's very exciting.
Tactically, does your job change based on who you're next to in the pivots? If it's a Mecca or Brian or whoever, like, does your role change?
It could only defensively.
Okay. Or Nelson, I guess, is the other one.
Yeah. Well.
Now Pablo.
I'm not trying to get too
Yeah.
tactical now.
Okay.
But it could.
Okay.
From the higher pivot defensively or not the foot press from a goal kick. So yes.
Okay.
Does that change throughout the game, or is it you go in knowing, okay, I'm the more defensive one?
Yes.
Or
exactly.
And do you prefer one of those?
No, it doesn't matter really. It's yeah. It could change if, I don't know, if we have a counterattack and the person that was supposed to sit ends up being in front, then maybe we're like, okay, just stay there for now, you know. So we run less, I guess. Yeah.
So it's the second year with kind of the new game model for us,
Mhm.
and a year ago, a bunch of new assistant coaches, but everybody's back. So Pablo in his press conference, Mastroeni yesterday, kind of alluded to making some more nuanced adjustments to that
Mhm.
game model. Like, do you feel like the foundation is there and everybody's kind of on the same page, and now
Yeah.
it is time to fine tune some of these things?
I mean, for sure. I think we set the foundation last year, the club record for
Yeah.
points, right? So
Yeah.
I think we've seen that the game model is successful. So I think now it's about fine tuning. Obviously, in the beginning, the oppositions, they don't know what you're doing, right? Throughout the year, they adjust. They know RSL is doing this. Then I
Yeah.
guess you have to adjust again. I think it's always this cat and mouse, you know, game. Where can I exploit my opponent? Where can they think exploit us?
Yeah.
And then it's always making those adjustments.
How much pride do you take, maybe from afar, that Diego and Emeka are representing the U.S. national team this month?
I mean, when I saw that in Mecca, especially, I mean, Diego has been, but especially in Mecca, I've been, I think, pretty close with him. We're playing the same position. We both have a similar, you know, path from college to the pros
Yeah.
through the draft. I think we're drafted in the same year too. It's just super cool. I was really excited for him. I texted him too that I was so excited for him. I think he deserves it. I think he had an unbelievable year. And on the other hand, I think it shows that even though you are from college, it's not like you're gonna be a backup MLS player for the rest of your career if you're lucky, right? Like there's I think now a bunch of former college players that have shown you can, you know, take further steps.
Yeah.
Maybe go to Europe, go to the U.S. national team, whatever it might be. But yeah, we're not limited to that. You know, just be a backup MLS player, right?
There's a bunch of college guys in with us right now, right? We
Yeah.
had a lot of picks. We traded for
Mhm.
more picks. It'll shake out, some guys with the Monarchs, some
Mhm.
guys with the first team, but how would you describe the quality of some of the rookies so far through the first week?
We only trained for like day
3 sessions.
day 4 now, so and
Yeah.
it's always, you know, you always start with a bunch of guys. I think we're like, I don't know, like 35-ish players, so it's always, of course, hard to see. But I think what they all have picked up pretty quickly is that we're a club that does things a little different. I think other players have mentioned it before, that we're not the Miamis, not the LAs, the New Yorks in this league. So we do things a little different. We work hard, and I think those college guys have gotten there pretty quick and, you know, fit right in.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thanks.